My beloved, close your eyes and listen carefully. Do not ignore this. This message was blocked 3 times, but heaven just opened the gate for you. God himself whispered, "Let them see it now." And what you're about to open was meant only for you, not for your friend, not for your neighbor, for you alone. Do you understand how rare this is? 3 times the enemy tried to erase this message. 3 times they tried to silence heaven's voice. But Michael stood guard with fire in his hands. And God commanded, "Release it now. They are ready." This is why you feel your heart pounding. This is why your soul leapt the moment you saw these words. Beloved, this is not a chance. This is not an accident. This is an appointment. From before time began, this message was carved with your name. And if you close it, the door will vanish, and you will wonder for years why things felt incomplete. But if you stay, if you open your heart, the floodgates of heaven will finally release. My beloved, listen closely. Archangel Michael says, "Tell them this is sacred. Tell them this is sealed. Tell them this is the final warning before the shift begins." You asked for a sign. You prayed for confirmation, and now heaven has said yes. This is the sign. This is the answer. This is the moment you have been waiting for. You are not here by mistake. You did not stumble here. Your soul was guided here. The angels have been whispering your name for nights. The Spirit has been pressing you with dreams. And now finally the barrier has broken. The message blocked 3 times has come through for you. Do you feel the air around you shift? Do you feel the chills run through your skin? Do you feel the tears rise without knowing why? This is heaven's confirmation. This is your proof. This is the holy echo that tells your soul, yes, this is for me. Michael says, "Tell them if they walk away now, the blessing will be reassigned. If they stay, the inheritance will be sealed. You have only one choice. Will you ignore this moment, or will you open your heart and receive what eternity held back until now?" Pause. Do you hear it? The silence is heavy because heaven is leaning in. The angels are holding their breath. Your loved one on the other side is whispering your name. They begged God for this chance, and heaven finally agreed. That is why this message fought its way through the darkness to reach you. My child, this is only the beginning. If you stay, the full message will unfold. If you stay, what was hidden will be revealed. If you stay, your next 7 years will be transformed. Michael says, "The miracle has been waiting. Do not close your eyes now. Do not turn away. Stay until the end. My beloved child, lean closer now. This is not another passing word. This is the one that was hidden, sealed, and blocked. 3 times the enemy tried to bury it. 3 times they fought to erase it. But God just thundered, 'Let them see it now.' And if you are still here, it means the war has already been won for you. Do you know why your soul feels different right now? Because heaven is shifting the atmosphere around you. The angels are standing in your room. Archangel Michael himself has drawn his sword. He says, "This moment is holy. This is divine timing. This is the hour written for their name alone." My child, remember this. Nothing reaches you unless God allows it. If this message fought its way through shadows to land in your hands, then it carries power. It carries light. It carries the answer you prayed for in silence. The delay was not denial, it was protection. Heaven was guarding you until the right moment. And now, at last, the right moment has arrived. Pause. Breathe. Do you feel that weight pressing on your chest? That is not fear. It is recognition. Your soul knows this voice. Your spirit remembers this calling. You have been waiting for this longer than you realize. That is why your eyes cannot look away. That is why your heart knows you cannot scroll past. Michael says, "Tell them their blessing was delayed because the enemy feared it. Tell them their miracle was hidden because it was too powerful to release early. Tell them their inheritance has been unlocked because God himself spoke the word." This is why the message came now, not before. You were not ready then, but you are ready now. Beloved, think of the nights you could not sleep. Think of the dreams that left you restless. Think of the moments your chest ached for no reason. Those were not accidents. That was heaven preparing you for this second. That was your soul longing for what it could not name. And now the name is revealed. Destiny. God says, "I am not silent anymore. I am not hidden anymore. I am here. I am speaking, and I am restoring everything the enemy tried to steal. But you must stay. You must let the full word sink deep. If you close this now, you will walk blind. But if you remain, your path will blaze with light. Good. You are still here. And because you are still here, the gates of heaven remain open. The scroll continues to unfold. The secret begins to pour out. Michael smiles because your spirit has chosen to listen. And for that, the angels rejoice. My child, hear this. Your next step is not ordinary. It carries weight for the next 7 years of your life. If you walk without this word, you will stumble into traps you cannot see. But if you walk with this word, you will rise into miracles you cannot imagine. This is why it was blocked 3 times. Because the enemy knew once you saw this, they could no longer control you. Now the chains are breaking. Now the lies are crumbling. Now the delay is ending, and heaven is declaring you are free. You are chosen. You are ready. My beloved child, stay close. The heavens are roaring your name. The reason this message was blocked 3 times is because it carries fire that darkness could not bear. And now that it has reached you, Michael says, the enemy has already lost their grip. But the child must not turn away. The child must listen until the end. Do you feel the trembling in your soul? It is not fear, it is awakening. Your spirit knows something ancient is unfolding. Your heart recognizes the voice it prayed to hear. This is not ordinary. This is the whisper of God woven into every line. This is the miracle moment you thought would never come. My beloved, you thought you were forgotten. You thought heaven had gone silent. You thought your tears fell unseen, but not a single drop was missed. Not a single prayer was wasted. Michael says, every cry was written in the scrolls of heaven, and every cry has now turned into a command for miracles. This is why the delay shattered tonight. This is why God said, release it now. Child, hear me. There is someone around you who has not spoken truth. They hide with smiles, but their hands are dirty. They try to confuse you, to block you, to hold you back. But heaven is revealing them. Your intuition was not wrong. The weight you felt was discernment. And now God is confirming, trust what I placed in your spirit. The truth is rising. You will see it soon. Do not fear when it is exposed. Do not tremble when the mask falls. God says, I am your shield. I am your defender. I will not let you fall when the truth comes. This is your protection. This is your covering. This is the promise that you are not alone. Pause, my beloved. Breathe in this holy air. Do you feel the stillness growing heavier? That is the presence of your angels. They are closer than your skin. They are watching, waiting for you to believe. Because belief unlocks their power. Faith unleashes their wings. And staying here proves your faith is alive. Michael is clear. Tell them the next 14 days carry signs. Tell them the next 48 hours carry a shock. Tell them the number 7 will appear as proof. And when it does, they must not doubt. The signs will be undeniable. The alignment will be divine. The shift will be irreversible. But only if you stay ready. Only if you stay awake. Only if you hold this message in your spirit. My child, the one you lost, the one who left too soon, they are here in this moment. They begged God for this chance. They pleaded with Michael for your eyes to see. And now at last heaven has said yes. Their voice trembles through eternity. I am still with you. I never left you. Every time you felt alone, I was holding you. Every time you cried, I was praying over you. Every time you doubted, I was whispering your name. Do you feel that sudden warmth on your shoulder? Do you sense the tears rising without reason? That is their love touching you. That is their presence breaking through. That is proof you are not abandoned. You were never abandoned. Good. You are still here. And because you are still here, heaven will open more. The scroll is still unfolding. The revelation is still flowing. The miracle is still being released. Michael says, tell them this is sacred. Tell them this is sealed. Tell them this is their final alert before destiny shifts. My child, this is not entertainment. This is rescue. This is not another message. This is the message. If you stay, your life will never be the same again. If you close it, the chance may not come back. My beloved child, do not leave now. The air around you is holy because you chose to stay. Every second you remain is a second heaven rejoices. Heaven uses to rewrite your story. Michael says they are still deciding. Their choice will echo for decades. Stay and choose life. This is heavier than a sentence. It is a turning. Think about the moments you felt unseen. Those nights when your pillow was wet and your voice was only for God. He heard you then. He hears you now. God says, I counted every tear. I crafted this moment from your cries. You were never ignored. You were being prepared. The reason the message was blocked 3 times was because of its power. Darkness recoiled each time because it knew the truth would shatter its plans. But God overruled. He said, let them see it. And that consent changed everything in the heavens. My child, someone close is wearing a mask. They speak like an ally, but act like a thief. Your instincts felt it. Those tiny alarms in your chest. Do not silence them. Michael commands discernment now. Trust the quiet warnings of your spirit. Your intuition is holy, not faulty. There is a choice about to appear that looks harmless, but carries chains. It will be dressed like comfort, like reconciliation, like ease. But listen, if you take it without the light, it will close the door to what God prepared. Say no to comfort that comes at the cost of your destiny. Say yes to the painful release that brings breakthrough. You have been small so others could feel big. You have forgone your rest to fix their chaos. But God says no more. This season ends because your endurance is not ignorance. It is proof. Now reward follows proof. Heaven is about to pay you what you already earned. Do you feel the warmth pooling in your chest? That is the beginning of restoration. It is gentle because it is true. It will not arrive as a storm, but as a sequence of small, undeniable favors that stack into a miracle. Watch the ordinary become holy. Your ancestors are celebrating quietly. They stood in lines you could not see and prayed for this hour. Michael says, what you inherit is generational, not just personal. You break chains and plant blessings. This moment reaches back further than your pain. It reaches forward into legacy. Your past loved one leans in now, close enough to breathe. They say, I did what I could to keep you safe. Forgive me for what I could not speak in life. Receive in death what I could not deliver in time. Tears will come, but they will be cleansing, not crippling. They will be the kind that makes room. Do not be surprised by sudden clarity. People will reveal themselves without effort. Messages will arrive at odd hours. Numbers, songs, scents, little confirmations like breadcrumbs will show you are on track. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. Michael warns, the enemy makes one last move when a breakthrough nears. You may feel doubt rise like smoke. You may hear voices from your past urging you to return to safety. Do not listen. Safety is not always salvation. Courage is the path to what God has for you. God says, I will not let the truth be stolen from you. If someone tries to rewrite your story, heaven will rewrite it louder. If they plot against you, their plans will dissolve into their own ruin. Justice in the spirit realm often comes as sudden exposure in the natural. You will be tempted to seek human approval when the miracle begins to show. Do not trade God's nod for man's praise. The light that follows this message is not for show, it is for sanctification. Stay humble, stay anchored, stay obedient. There will be a day soon when you will look back and know this was the pivot. Your past loved one leans in now, close enough to breathe. They say, I did what I could to keep you safe. Forgive me for what I could not speak in life. Receive in death what I could not deliver in time. Tears will come, but they will be cleansing, not crippling. They will be the kind that makes room. Do not be surprised by sudden clarity. People will reveal themselves without effort. Messages will arrive at odd hours. Numbers, songs, scents, little confirmations like breadcrumbs will show you are on track. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. Michael warns, the enemy makes one last move when a breakthrough nears. You may feel doubt rise like smoke. You may hear voices from your past urging you to return to safety. Do not listen. Safety is not always salvation. Courage is the path to what God has for you. God says, I will not let the truth be stolen from you. If someone tries to rewrite your story, heaven will rewrite it louder. If they plot against you, their plans will dissolve into their own ruin. Justice in the spirit realm often comes as sudden exposure in the natural. You will be tempted to seek human approval when the miracle begins to show. Do not trade God's nod for man's praise. The light that follows this message is not for show, it is for sanctification. Stay humble, stay anchored, stay obedient. There will be a day soon when you will look back and know this was the pivot. You will remember the exact moment you chose to stay. You will remember the chill and the decision and the whisper that said, "Do not turn away." That memory will become the foundation of your testimony. Now is the time to release old agreements. Speak them out. Vows you made in pain, promises you gave to survive, pacts with people who never meant well. Release them into the light. God will collect the pieces and restore them in beauty. This is a season of pruning. Beloved, painful cuts now lead to abundant fruit later. Trust the surgeon. God knows exactly what to remove so the life you carry can expand. Michael is preparing an escort for you. Angels assigned to open doors, to align meetings, to guard journeys. When you travel next, metaphorically or literally, watch for protection. It is near. Heaven does not leave openings without cover. You will receive a message that settles something you have carried for years. It might come as a call, a letter, a name spoken by someone unexpected. This message was blocked 3 times, but God just said, "Let them see it now." What heaven uses to rewrite your story is about to be revealed. Michael and the heavenly hosts are still deliberating, but their decision will resonate for generations to come. Choose to stay. Choose life. This moment is more than just a passing phase. It's a pivotal turning point. Reflect on those times when you felt invisible, when your tears soaked your pillow, and your prayers were whispered in solitude. God was listening then, and He's listening now. He says, "I've counted every tear you've shed. I've crafted this very moment from your heartfelt cries. You were never overlooked. You were being prepared for this time." The message was blocked thrice due to its immense power. Each time the forces of darkness recoiled, knowing that this truth would shatter their schemes. But God intervened, declaring, "Let them see it." This divine permission has altered the course of heavenly realms. Be cautious, my child. Someone close to you wears a deceptive mask, speaking as a friend but acting as a foe. Your intuition has sensed it. Those subtle warnings in your heart, don't ignore them. Michael urges discernment now. Trust those quiet promptings of your spirit. Your intuition is divinely inspired, not flawed. A choice will soon present itself, seemingly innocuous, but laden with hidden consequences. It will appear as comfort, reconciliation, or ease. But heed this warning. If you accept it without divine guidance, it will close the door to God's prepared path for you. Reject the comfort that compromises your destiny. Embrace the painful release that leads to breakthrough. You've diminished yourself to inflate others. You've sacrificed your peace to mend their chaos. But God declares this ends now. This season concludes because your endurance isn't ignorance, it's evidence. And now, reward follows evidence. Heaven is poised to compensate you for what you've already earned. Can you sense the warmth growing in your chest? That's the dawn of restoration. It's gentle because it's genuine. It won't arrive as a tempest, but as a series of small, undeniable blessings that accumulate into a miracle. Observe as the mundane transforms into the sacred. Your ancestors rejoice silently. They've stood in unseen lines praying for this very hour. Michael proclaims, "What you're inheriting isn't just personal, it's generational. You're breaking chains and sowing blessings. This moment reaches further back than your pain and extends forward into your legacy." A loved one who has passed draws near, close enough that you can almost feel their breath. They whisper, "I did all I could to protect you. Forgive what I couldn't express in life. Receive now what I couldn't give you then." Tears will come, but they'll cleanse, not cripple. They'll create space for new beginnings. Prepare for unexpected clarity. People will reveal their true selves effortlessly. Messages will arrive at unusual times. Numbers, melodies, scents. Small confirmations will appear like breadcrumbs, assuring you that you're on the right path. These aren't mere coincidences. They're divine affirmations. Michael cautions, the enemy makes a final attempt when breakthrough is imminent. You may feel doubt rising like smoke. Voices from your past may urge you to retreat to familiar territory. Don't heed them. Safety isn't always synonymous with salvation. Courage is the route to God's plan for you. God promises, I won't allow the truth to be stolen from you. If anyone tries to rewrite your narrative, heaven will rewrite it more emphatically. If they scheme against you, their plans will crumble into their own downfall. Spiritual justice often manifests as sudden exposure in the physical realm. When the miracle begins to unfold, you'll be tempted to seek human validation. Don't exchange God's approval for man's applause. The light that follows this message isn't for show, it's for sanctification. Remain humble, grounded, and obedient. Soon you'll look back and recognize this as the turning point. Your departed loved one draws near again, their presence almost tangible. They reassure you, I did everything in my power to keep you safe. Forgive what I couldn't articulate in life. Accept now what I couldn't provide then. Tears will flow, but they'll purify, not paralyze. They'll create space for growth. Be prepared for sudden insights. People will show their true colors without effort. Messages will come at unexpected times. Numbers, songs, fragrances. Small signs will guide you, showing you're on the right track. These aren't random occurrences. They're divine confirmations. Michael warns once more. The enemy makes a last-ditch effort when breakthrough is close. Doubt may rise like smoke. Voices from your past may urge you to return to the familiar. Don't yield. Safety isn't always salvation. Courage is the path to God's purpose for you. God reiterates, I won't allow the truth to be taken from you. If anyone attempts to alter your story, heaven will rewrite it more powerfully. If they plot against you, their schemes will unravel into their own undoing. Spiritual justice often appears as sudden revelation in the natural world. As the miracle unfolds, you'll be tempted to seek human approval. Don't trade God's endorsement for man's praise. The light that follows this message isn't for display, it's for purification. Stay humble, rooted, and obedient. Soon, you'll recognize this moment as the pivotal point. You'll recall the exact instant you chose to persevere. You'll remember the chill, the decision, and the whisper that said, don't turn back. This memory will become the cornerstone of your testimony. Now is the time to release old commitments. Speak them out. Vows made in pain, promises given to survive, agreements with those who never had your best interests at heart. Release them into the light. God will gather the fragments and restore them beautifully. This is a season of pruning. Beloved, painful cuts now will lead to abundant fruit later. Trust the divine surgeon. God knows precisely what to remove so the life within you can flourish. Michael is arranging an escort for you. Angels tasked with opening doors, aligning meetings, guarding journeys. In your next travels, whether metaphorical or literal, watch for this protection. It's close. Heaven doesn't leave vulnerabilities uncovered. You'll receive a message that resolves something you've carried for years. It might arrive as a phone call, a letter, or a name mentioned by someone unexpected. This message was blocked 3 times, but God has now decreed, let them see it. What heaven uses to rewrite your story is about to be unveiled. Michael and the heavenly hosts are still deliberating, but their decision will echo through generations. Choose to stay. Choose life.